Hey, what's up, lightboltjoe here. Today we are going to discuss the 1969 television cartoon show Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? So this was only on for 2 seasons, 1969, 1970. It spurred the Scooby-Doo franchise that it is 52 years later. What's interesting is each generation has their own Scooby-Doo show. So 69, 70, that was my mom's generation, so they had their Scooby-Doo show. Then there was like a pup named Scooby-Doo. He ran for a long time in like late 70s, early 80s, something like that. But there's always been different Scooby-Doo cartoons. I am a part of the What's New Scooby-Doo generation, specifically because of Simple Plan doing this main song for 2000's live action Scooby-Doo, followed by 2002's Scooby-Doo 2 Monsters something. I forget the name of the movies, but those are iconic films that we as millennials, always refer to as What's New Scooby-Doo? Going after you, gonna solve that mystery, right? So now there's been a bunch more cartoons since then. There's been other live action Scooby-Doo films. Robbie Amell plays Fred in many of them. We love our Robbie. So what is Scooby-Doo? Where does all this stuff come from? I know in films and TV series since then we get a lot more backstory on the characters and stuff like that, but the 1969 season 1 and 1970 season 2, we don't really get their backstory. We know that they go to high school together. We know that they're friends. Velma sometimes likes Shaggy. We don't get where Scooby and Shaggy meet. We don't get why Scooby is talking. We don't really get anything else. We get some of their relatives, like I think Daphne's uncle is a part of one of the episodes, but season 2 was only 8 episodes long, and season 1 was like 17 episodes long, something like that. So there's like only 25 episodes for the first Scooby-Doo show. Scooby-Doo, where are you? Scooby-Doo, where are you? And it's great. Scooby snacks, of course, are introduced. Now, watching this now, compared to when it first came out, is very important to note that it was representative of the time that it came out. There are Indian native jokes that would never be a thing. There are Chinese jokes that would never be a thing. There are dumb jokes where the characters literally go, that would never be a thing now. But it's important to note that it was how the time was. It's weird to say, and it's unfortunate to like feel semi-guilt while watching it, because I cringe now, because I'm like, oh, we can't say that, or we can't do that anymore. But like, I'm happy to see where the franchise came from. Let's put it that way. Why I watched it is because I needed to watch something background while I was building my Lego Ninjago City Gardens set that I got for my birthday. And it took me over 17 hours to build the set. So I was like, let me see what's on HBO Max. So I was perusing. I was like, oh, let's just Scooby-Doo. 25 episodes. We can do this. So it's so pop culture. Like, you have this groovy feel going on. You have very modern music of the time. Like, the characters are very modern teenagers. They say groovy and Velma with her jinkies all the time. But like, they're referencing modern tech of that era, or modern tech of that time as well. And it's pretty cool to see how far we've come since then. But what I love the most, and my dad pointed out too when he was actually walking past, is that there's a laugh track on this show. Now, what is a laugh track? A laugh track is when you're watching a sitcom and a character tells a joke, whether it's funny or not, and then a guy presses a button, and then there's a track of laughter that happens to make you, the audience, know that it's okay to laugh. Like, you're supposed to laugh at this point because you're being told to laugh. So there's a laugh track going through the different jokes, whether they're sarcastic jokes or not, within the Scooby-Doo gang, and it's just really funny to watch Mystery Incorporated just have laugh tracks constantly with all of their villains and villainesses, and who's a real ghost and who's not. There were no real ghosts in this, and of course we've learned that the real monsters are the humans, that Scooby-Doo and gang taught us that the real monsters are actually the humans who are, conniving some kind of plan. But so many of the villains are really cool, and what I love too is pop culture wise that this is a 52-year-old franchise. So Trick or Treat Studios, who I love them so much. Chris Sefros, he's the guy who brought it together. They are a Cali-based organization. They make incredible masks and props that you see at all of your Spirit Halloweens and Party Cities come the spooky season. But last year, the year before, they did like a line of Scooby-Doo Where Are You like villain masks. Like they have Charlie the Robot, and they have I think the Creeper is on there. I think one of the werewolves is on there as well. And like it's pretty cool seeing these villains become like real art where you can portray as cosplay 52 years later. So staple, testament to the Scooby-Doo franchise for that matter. What was it? Last year we had Scoob of them as kids, where how they met, kind of. Yeah, like good old Scooby-Doo. Of course Zombie Island is the best movie. Don't fight me on that, because you will not win. Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island, incredible. I have not seen the second because I'm very nervous, but I know it exists. I do need a live-action Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island, and especially because Universal like parks around the world are fully capable of making a spooky island as another Universal place to go, and like I know they can do it. Like they have the Scooby-Doo characters, like they can totally do a spooky island, and I know a lot of fans have been petitioning that for years, but whether or not it happens, we'll see. But I need a live-action Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island. That would be absolutely incredible. Also, Spooky Island is based off is a big focal point of the 2000 live-action Scooby-Doo. That's totally different than Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island. Spooky Island is where they go to, figure out it was Scrappy-Doo the entire time, the villain that he is. So this concludes our review as I choke on spit for What's New Scooby-Doo. Mucho mahalo.